there are some big changes to the Drunken Peasants Patreon that all DP fans should be aware of.
First of all, we now have a $1 perk that gives you access to our patrons-only feed. See exclusive photos and get behind-the-scenes access to the peasants, all for only $12 a year.
The $5 perk, as always, gives you access to our monthly private show. It's a whole other episode of DP just for you.
The $10 perk is DP commentary on a film, TV series, or video game every month.
Show.
Past examples of commentaries include Troll 2, Masters of the Universe, and the unreleased Fantastic Four movie from the 90s.
The DP Discord Smoke Sesh has gone down from $50 to $25. You can hang out with the peasants and chat them up on Discord.
For $50, you get your name immortalized by DP on air once a month, and you get a free pass to access DP on demand.
For $75, DP will shill your product, service, or YouTube channel on the show live. It's absolutely insane for a show our size to sell advertising this cheap, and slots are limited, so get at it.
For $100, you get to come on the show and join us for the segment of your choice. And remember, all patrons of $5 and up are eligible to win the green ticket, a chance to hang out with the peasants and be on the show live in studio. Experience the magic of stoner degenerates watching videos live and in person. You must be 21 or older to win.
You should also know about new goals, like the 48-hour show, a US tour, and even a DP movie. For more information, check out patreon.com/DP. From the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage, TJ.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello, welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 402. I am joined by Paul's Ego and Billy the motherfucking Fridge.
Smoke weed every day.
All right,
Okay.
so I'm just going to talk about it really quick. I consulted TJ. TJ and I are co-owners of the Drunken Peasants Podcast. We were taking a look at TJ's Discord server and the fact that he has it as patron only, and the results that he's getting with having it being a Patreon-only server made sense to switch over the Drunken Peasants Discord server to patrons only.
So, if you left the Discord server because it was fucking ridiculous terrible, give it a try. Come on back.
Yeah. If you're a patron, you can come right back. You don't have to worry about it.
There you go.
We did a Discordectomy and removed the cancer.
Because I would go in there and people would like make fun of me for being fat and stuff, and that's just not acceptable. It really, you know, there's places for that, and it's not Discord. Discord's a safe space.
It is. It is now my safe space where I feel safe. All right. DP On Demand, link in the description. Check it out. Roleplay with Paul the Ball coming out every week. Ask the Kirks coming out. Pretty soon I'll be launching a video where Billy and I... Oh, there you go. There's Mr. Naughty Priest, Paul.
Whoa.
Put your dick on Pornhub. Also, I'm going to be posting a video where Billy and I go to a WWE show and they make Billy sit in the fat corral, which was humiliating to him.
This would never happen if Discord was Patreon only when we went.
Yeah, I know. We could have solved all the problems of the universe just by making that change.
And I keep seeing the fat girl they sat me next to like everywhere. I don't know.
Awkward.
Yeah, I know. She's like, she sounds like Paul's impression of JF's girlfriend. And she's like, hi, you see my new shoes? And I'm like, yeah, they're really nice. But she's like, you know, she's a nice kid.
That's like being a former member of a chain gang and you keep running into like one of the people you were chained to.
Dude, it's love, Billy. Why are you running from love?
Love, 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 love. I'm actually, I'm. It's hard to say what I am. Like, I'm not gay. I'm not straight. I am really only into Natalie Portman. Is there like a name for that?
You're not gay. You're not straight. You're great.
I'm great.
See?
I just want to bang Natalie Portman. That's all I want in this world.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Just Natalie? I mean,
just Natalie. I'm a Natalie Portman asexual.
Also, I want to make sure everyone double check, make sure you're subscribed. If you want to be subscribed, check it out and just take a quick look. I've been doing that for the past month, and it's the first month we've had positive sub gains in months. Also, check us out on SoundCloud. We post audio versions of the show there. And that's pretty much all we've got for right now. All right, so here's Billy's favorite segment.
Yo, safely! Let's go find this hater, put a bullet in
the chat's up.
How do you like me now?
I'm the only critter with the good kind of fairy drama.
That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
All right.
It's a roller coaster of cringe. Every one of those raps is just like...
You know what, though? People always send me cringe raps that are your videos all the time. They're like, here, play this.
Play this piece of shit.
Yeah.
See what he says about this asshole. Damn it.
I don't know. That Jesus Christ one that plays for a second there, that's a good rap, dude. That's
oh my
hard.
God.
You can tell
Jesus Christ is my nigga?
The sound, you can hear the street in that rap. You know what I mean? You can hear people doing dirt in that rap.
It's not true.
I mean? Yeah,
it's
no,
not
that's
true.
Clean. Dude, we disagree, Billy.
Oh. I love this camera angle.
Yeah, dude. I love that painting of a cow he's got.
Yeah. I just watched The Shining. In the theaters, they did like a Halloween re-release of it.
Yeah.
This clip right here reminds me of some Shining shit, like blood's about to come out of the fireplace.
Scam situation.
Oh, shit.
Found your ass.
Oh, okay. We will let you know when we're going to play WoW. Sorry, I'm going to turn Streamlabs off. I didn't realize it was on, and we'll get, we'll get back to it. But yes, we will let you know. Thank you so much.
Yay! 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 Yay!
So what are you waiting for? Sign this man to a deal.
I would sign him, like, if I owned a grocery store, I would sign him up to, like, bag groceries, maybe.
What?
I feel like he could take care of my grocery bagging needs.
Are you just afraid that he'll, like, surpass you and then you'll be opening for him eventually.
Yeah, that's actually my biggest fear, is that I have to ever open for anybody like this. This guy's got male pattern baldness. I don't know, like
he's got a little swipe card like you'd have if you work in like an office building or something too.
So he's trolling. This is
I don't know. We'll see.
Yay, yay, to the E, to the E, to the I. Everybody know I'm so fucking fly. Smoking on the weed, yeah, I'm always fucking high. 28, 39 G's every other night. I don't care what you say, mommy, give me Louis V.
I wish I had superpowers and I could make the fucking the fan, the ceiling fan, fly off and decapitate him. Like, wouldn't that be a great superpower where you could like change videos and just fucking manipulate videos to like manipulate the past?
Dude, I got an even better one. Like, what if we could make that cow painting come to life and just rip a fucking fat rhyme and just put it to shame?
Oh, that would be good. I like that.
You wonder where she's at, cause she's saying she can work, but she's at my house, yeah, she can really. I like the
He's even got a shitty Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles t-shirt. It's not even a good Turtles shirt.
What she wants to do, she can pick a lead. Your girl ain't coming back, yeah, you lost.
I don't think he's trolling. I think he's serious. I think he sat down and wrote this.
You know when TJ gets up during the Cut the Fat segments, I'm like, every time I watch these, I'm like this close. If I wasn't so fat and lazy, I probably would get up and leave. The fact that I'm fucking lazy is the only thing keeping me here.
Yeah, you lost, G. Yeah, you lost, G. Yeah, your girl, be with me.
Oh, you know what? I see some compliments on the light show that he has. He not only
his
does
speakers.
Well, yeah. Not only does he have a good beat, not only can he flow, not only are his rhymes tight as fuck, but he also has a top-notch light show going on behind him. So he's got it all.
Out on her knees all night, can't you see? Wonder where your bitch is at. She be at my house. Come on. Where I be at.
You know what, dude? Like, modern rappers, they're to blame for this shit. Because like this is kind of like pretty close to some of the shit that's out there that people are bumping down the street.
Pretty close. This is like some Dirty South from the early 2000s, but done by Greg, the IT guy. Like he shouldn't be rapping at all for not cultural reasons. He shouldn't be rapping because he doesn't have the verbal dexterity necessary to really fucking tear up a beat. He's sitting here in his fucking room, looks like he's half constipated, bouncing around like he's riding a fucking a children's toy shaped like a dick. He's pissing me off in every single way.
What? You don't like his dance moves?
I don't. The dopest thing about this dude is that cow picture in the background.
Yeah, I want that picture, man.
Baby. All day and all night. Got your bitch in the line, wonder where she at. She be at my house. Bending over, getting it from the back.
That's not true. He's got a tiny peeper. You know he has a tiny peep.
I think this song is called "Where Your Bitch Be."
Where Your Bitch Be?
Yeah.
If this guy was coming for my bitch, I would feel very comfortable wherever she was. I'd be like, yeah, the chance he fucks my girl is like 0 to rape.
Fuck this guy. Bitch be, she be with me. Me, Mr. D, baby, can't you fucking see? Go ahead and pull your shit. Go ahead and try to.
All right.
Somebody paint me a fucking cow picture though, like that. I try and find the good in everything, and the angle of this room and that cow picture is like the dopest thing about this video, and the cow picture takes it in spades.
Someone said he has nothing on Free Press Media. You know, the Why Be an Atheist guy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'd like to see them battle with,
to the death
with the cow as a judge, dude. The cow picture judges who wins.
The cow picture would be like a dope Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple. If you just had like a
Legends
game show.
of the Hidden
Yeah,
Temple.
just like the cow. The cow picture was like telling the kids what to fucking jump through or whatever. Next, you have to go into the barn of mystery. That would be fucking dope.
It's on me.
Ah, why are we playing this again?
Got her on the leash, got her on the leash, cause she likes what I got.
Oh.
She ain't leaking, yeah, she feels like she's going to the top.
I bet you at least 3 or 4 women watching right now have gone lesbian because of this guy talking where your girl at. They're like, nope, I'm not gonna fuck dudes anymore. He's ruined guys altogether for me. I'm gonna just go eat cooter and maybe hang out with that fucking cow.
Eat cooter.
Oh.
But I got one word for you, bitch. You're not. Because I'm on top and you want to steal my cock. Woo!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you wonder where your bitch be. Oh yeah, you wonder where your bitch be.
Just next video,
Yeah,
Ben.
He's singing the chorus.
Oh.
Wonder where your bitch be.
Wonder where your bitch be. See, he's like the lyricist and
nope.
He's a lyricist and he can sing the hook. Can you do that? I don't know, Billy. I don't know.
If I can't do that, I cannot do that. Whatever he's doing, I can't do. I can't. Son of a bitch. I do like those fucking speakers in the back, though. Like, this guy's got cool shit, actually. I wonder if this is his place or if he's at, like, his sister's house sitting because she's out for the weekend. He just decided it was time to make his rap debut because he has the dopest cow painting ever behind him. This might hit 1 million, 2 million views because of the cow painting. If his album cover was just the cow painting, he might sell like gold. 572,000 units.
Yeah, if he was smart enough, he would just make the cow the center of it. He'd make the cow the rapper, and he'd just provide the raps for it.
Yeah, like a hip hop gorillas.
Yep.
Hey, everybody, please give the video a thumbs up. Fuck all the haters. The haters are bitches.
Haters are bitches.
All right.
So when you burn it down, Anderson, what are you left with?
People are discriminating against wolves.
They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
TJ, are you with me?
And you better well learn to love it.
All right. What do we got first here? Oh, there was another terrorist attack. Go figure. This time in New York.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's becoming all too common. I mean, at this point, aren't we kind of just like, oh, you know, I kind of expected it.
Well, is it a terrorist attack or a mass shooting? Like,
it's a terrorist attack.
It's the truck of peace, dude. Somebody drove a truck down a bike path and killed a bunch of people.
Have we had a lot of those in America recently?
No. Well, we had somebody that was killed at a protest, but that wasn't. I mean, I guess I don't know. The
protest wasn't really. That was a hate crime, right? It wasn't exactly an international terror. When I think of terrorism, I think of international terrorism, I guess, and I think that might be the wrong way of thinking about it. But when we have a domestic terrorist, like a mass shooter or something, I put it on a different wavelength, which I think might be racist. I don't know.
You are a racist?
I might be a racist.
I mean,
shit. Huh?
We can
No wonder I hate
confirm
rap.
this morning that 8 people at this point have lost their lives on a sunny afternoon yesterday in New York City. Bicyclists, and they were pedestrians. And we can also confirm that 11 people were injured. We do not know at this point how many remain in the hospital. But we also can tell you a little bit more about this suspect. As you said, his name is Saifulo Saipur, 29 years old, Uzbekistan.
All right, so do you think Donald Trump's going to be able to pronounce that name?
If they let him try, they're fucking stupid. They just
Uzbekistan national coming to this country in 2010. And it's believed that yesterday, hours before the attack, that he actually did rent a truck. And then at 3:05 p.m. began driving that rented U-Haul truck southbound on the West Side Highway right here in New York City. Well, the pedestrians and the bicyclists, they were also going southbound. So they had no idea what hit them as suddenly he came driving through. He ended up crashing into a school bus, injuring 2 adults and 2 children or youths. As you did say, once it all ended...
Why did she need to correct
Youths.
Or youths.
Utes. So she said it like Joe Pesci and My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, utes.
What is a ute?
Oh, utes.
Out of the vehicle,
There was a paintball guns? Pellets and paintball guns?
Like he got out, he was trying to, I think he was trying to commit suicide by cop. He wanted them to shoot him, so he had fake guns and shit. Maybe he couldn't get his hands on real ones because of the gun laws and shit around there. So.
Well, that would be surprising.
In New York, it's hard to get guns, but you could easily drive to New Jersey or Pennsylvania.
Well, they said
nearby.
he was from Jersey, so it's kind of weird. Like, or he was based in Jersey. Like,
interesting that he didn't get real guns. Maybe that's
weapons. And there was an NYPD police officer on patrol right there. His name Ryan Nash, and he shot the suspect in the abdomen. It was ultimately found out those two weapons, a paintball gun and a pellet gun. He was taken to the hospital, was in surgery last night, and we have found out, law enforcement sources have told us, although there was a Florida identification associated with him, he at least lives part-time in New Jersey. And Patterson, New Jersey, one of our producers spoke with neighbors. They said that they had known of him. And he did get into some trouble in
We had known of him.
Missouri, and I believe that is the picture we have of him. It's a mugshot from 2010. And it is when he was brought up on charges of not having proper brakes for a truck, being a truck driver. He never showed up to court. Finally, a guilty plea was entered in for him. But at this point, he remains alive, and you can bet authorities have spoken with him or want to speak with him about
he's
any
gone from
information
Florida
at all.
to New Jersey, and it says he was married in Ohio as well.
Yeah.
And he's originally from Uzbekistan.
Yep.
And is ISIS claiming this, or did he say it was ISIS? Like, this is a weird.
It says there he claims he did it for ISIS.
Huh.
So.
But that is the latest.
Yeah, whether or not they actually had their hand in it.
You think ISIS might be like, nah, this wasn't us. We get real guns.
Normally
We're not
they
gonna
take
fuck
credit
her."
for shit that isn't even their
But with paintball
responsibility
guns
anyway.
and shit, like, are you like that doesn't scream terror to me? Like, yeah, the 8 dead, that's terror. But like, why paintball? Like, what? I wish you would have wrote that down and given us an answer there, because that's just I can't get past that. Everybody has a gun in America. Little kids got fucking like 3 or 4 guns. How come this guy couldn't get one?
I don't know. In New York, there are a lot less guns. Like, but then again, there's plenty of people that still have them anyway, because you can just leave New York and get them.
You are so right. The police presence here is strong. They're telling people to be vigilant. If you see something, say something. But Christine and Alex, they do believe he acted alone.
Gene, do we know about his profession? I mean, at one point he had been, it looks like, a commercial driver of some sort.
What we know is a truck driver. That's what we know at this point. But also, as you said, a note was found in that truck. It is believed that he spoke getting out of the truck, Allah Akbar, and that the note said that he was doing this for ISIS.
Well, there you go.
Why didn't he just call up the local radio station and dedicate a song to ISIS instead?
This one goes to ISIS.
This truck and car based shit is going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, there's so many of these festivals and shit where people are all gathered up. This one was a bike path where there's really nowhere to go left or right.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. And here's a story. Trump wants to end green card lottery after NYC.
President Trump called him an animal and wants to change the visa program that let the terror suspect in Tuesday's deadly attack into this country. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts has that part of the story for us from the North Lawn tonight. Good evening, John.
Brett, good evening to you. Since he took office last January, President Trump has been working to toughen up the process for immigrants to get into the United States. Yesterday's terror attack gave him more ammunition for his case, but he was also quick to point political fingers.
Today we mourn the horrifying terrorist attack in New York City.
Meeting with his cabinet today, President Trump laid the blame for the New York attack squarely on the diversity visa lottery program and declared he will take steps to end it.
Diversity lottery sounds nice. It's not nice.
It's not nice.
This is not nice. What the fuck sort of president do we have? It's not nice. Sounds nice. No.
Diversity sounds nice. Not nice.
Not nice at all. Yeah, I don't know, dude. He never sounds sincere ever. So
it's not good. It's not good. It hasn't.
It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not good. It's not good.
He's using the words you would use to talk to like a 4-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, good observation.
What the fuck?
Someone like analyzed his language patterns from the like fucking campaign and shit and found that he was speaking at like a 4th or 5th grade level. Most of the time.
He's monosyllabic. It's not nice. It's not nice. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see what else he does.
We've been against it.
We've been against. There's 2 syllables.
Wow, Trump. Slow your roll there, Trumpy.
So we want to immediately work with Congress on the diversity lottery program, on terminating it, getting rid of it. We want a merit-based program where people come into our country based on merit.
The president also took aim at New York Senator Chuck Schumer, tweeting, quote, "The terrorist came into our country through what is called the Diversity Visa Lottery Program, a Chuck Schumer beauty. I want merit-based." While Schumer did help create the Diversity Visa Program back in 1990, he also sought to end it. In 2013, supporting the so-called Gang of 8 immigration bill that would have terminated the program. Today, Schumer compared President Trump's response to the New York attack with that of President Bush after 9/11.
Yeah, and I actually have a story specifically about that, so I'm going to skip this part. All right.
And President...
Oh, no. Are they still playing it? All right.
Into the hands of the terrorist.
In the early hours after the attack, President Trump tweeted that he had just ordered Homeland Security to step up our already extreme vetting program. Being politically correct is fine, but not for this. White House officials tell Fox News that President Trump ordered no new vetting measures as a result of the attack, that he was simply referring to steps that already arose out of his travel ban to toughen standards for people entering the country. But on political correctness, the president insisted the world has to change its thinking.
We have to get...
Man, how opportune. The guy had the fake weapons, and so Trump can make this all about immigration and not about weapons. How opportune this is. That he doesn't have to like go against the NRA because the guy didn't have actual guns on him. So he can throw everything down the immigration fucking pipeline and try and use this politically as a motivator for immigration.
Do you smell a false flag, Billy?
I'm just saying how opportune the guy had fake fucking guns on him. In a world where I feel like you could buy a gun at the deli. Maybe not the New York City deli, the New Jersey deli, though, which is like a 30-minute drive. Maybe the guy just didn't have enough cash. I don't know. You can get a gun for fairly cheap. I feel like an airsoft gun or a pellet gun and a paintball gun is going to run you a couple $100.
I mean, he had access to a nice-ass truck. So.
Well, that was a Home Depot rental truck, right? You rent those for $19.95 a day. So this guy could be Bin Laden on a budget. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's what it sounds like. Then I didn't know. I thought he worked with the truck or something. He just rented.
Well, it was
the
a
truck
Home Depot
$20.
truck, right? Yeah, they rent them for people who need like trucks for jobs. So, I don't know, it's $20-$40 or something.
He just didn't have the scratch to get a gun.
Maybe, but he did have the pellet gun and shit, right? He had the pellet gun and the paintball gun. I feel like one pistol would be more effective than a pellet gun and a paintball gun. And I really think you could trade those two things for like even a 22 or something that could do some facial damage. I don't know.
Maybe he had plans, dude. Maybe the paintball gun was for when he was running from cops. He was going to shoot it at their windshields so they couldn't chase him. So
he was going to do a series of Home Alone antics to get away from the police. He had micro machines laid out on the fucking road behind him. This is just really opportune that this terrorist attack has nothing to do with weapons, and he can completely not have to dance around the NRA on this one. It's just crazy what an opportunity this is for Donald Trump.
Here's a little more detail on what Schumer actually
The president has been making statements about it of a very political nature. I'm going to read you some of the statements he has written on Twitter. The terrorists came into our country through what is called the diversity visa lottery program, a Chuck Schumer beauty. I want merit-based. We're fighting hard for merit-based immigrations, no more Democrat lottery systems. We must get much tougher, he says. And then he says Senator Chuck Schumer helping to import Europe's problems, quoting someone that the president had been listening to on Fox and Friends. Well, moments ago, and this is the breaking news, the Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer responded to this on the Senate floor. Let's listen.
The NYPD, who bravely and quickly responded to the scene yesterday and brought the mayhem to an end, depends on this anti-terrorism funding to keep our city safe day in and day out. So again, I am calling on the president to rescind his proposed cuts to this vital anti-terrorism funding immediately. Instead of dividing, instead of politicizing, do something real, Mr. President. Restore these funds now.
Now. You don't want to tell Trump now. Like, that's just going to piss Donald Trump off.
Dude,
you
Schumer
tell a
just
4-year-old kid now? Yeah, he's good. You can see how Trump's going to react. Schumer's not going to get his way. Trump's going to throw a temper tantrum. We're going to have Civil War II. World War III, Civil War II is going to be the tagline for World War III.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Fuck Chuck Schumer. He's a piece of shit. These like little speeches from the floor, you can see nobody's there. Like, it's just these are all just re-election fucking things that he does. He doesn't give a fuck.
That sucks how empty it is. Look, these people get paid what, $300,000-$400,000 a year to be.
They get paid a lot, and they get some of the best health insurance money can buy.
The best everything.
And kickbacks and golf junkets and all this crazy shit.
Bags of
and they
cash.
can do it for life as long as they can keep getting elected. That's why they do anything they can to stay elected.
This is
It's
American
a sweet
royalty.
job. It's better than being the president.
Yeah.
You don't have even close to the same amount of responsibility.
You don't have to fucking show up. Nobody cares. These seats are empty. They should be Airbnb-ing these seats. There should be an Uber for empty fucking Congress seats. You could buy your way in. At least then the money goes to someone else other than the people that aren't showing up.
Hey, guess what, guys? We're gonna hear about what Lindsey Graham thinks about this. Okay. So listen up, y'all.
Every time we've had a terrorist attack with somebody like this, I've been saying the same thing. Hold them as an unlawful enemy combatant to gather intelligence. Don't read them their Miranda rights. It's not too soon. We should have done this years ago. Slowly but surely over time, we've taken the war and turned it into a crime. So this is not about gun control. It is not about truck control. It is about finding out how the enemy operates.
Yeah, no, I've heard that a little too much now. Like, don't Mirandize people. No, sorry, Lindsay. The reason that law exists is to protect people from fucking being gaffled up and tortured and made to say things. Like, I'm for that no matter what. This guy should be Mirandized just like anybody else.
Yeah, that's why I'm against Guantanamo, because most of those people have never been charged with anything.
I don't know. I'm against Guantanamo because of the Harold and Kumar movie where they make the guys eat a cock meat sandwich. You know that's based in reality, right?
Yeah.
They're over there raping infidels and shit. I can't get behind that. I can't.
You like some Guantanamo, dude?
I'm saying that's why I don't like Guantanamo, because the raping of the infidels. Don't be raping the infidels.
You know, Billy's got. You know, if you go to Billy's Google search history, it's infidel rape porn.
That's because I was trying to find the Mercedes video we talked about when Mercedes Carrera was a guest.
But you just found like Guantanamo,
Yeah, I had to watch a couple episodes to see if they were the ones in Mercedes. They weren't.
How are we gonna torture this terrorist? I'll tell you what. While we bend his camel jockey ass over and rape the shit out of him. Yeah.
It wasn't that fucking sexy, okay? It was really offensive. I could only fap once, and I had to go wash my
It
brain
wasn't that
and
sexy.
hands.
This man, let me just say this. If you act like a terrorist and you say you're a terrorist, that's enough for me.
Yeah,
We ought to
it's
treat
not
you-
enough for me. It's not enough. See, that's the thing, dude. That's what they want. They want to be able to circumvent in like shit that fucking gets between them and getting the narrative that they want by just calling you a terrorist. So how long is it before anybody that you want to fuck with is a terrorist?
What if you act like a total homo? Would we all just assume you're a homo?
Lindsay.
Nice.
I wear purple with stripes because I think it's masculine.
Is a terrorist. And the difference between a terrorist under the law of war and somebody who commits a common crime is night and day. Under the law of war, we have the opportunity to gather intelligence. Under the criminal law, you can't. You can't hold somebody under criminal law and ask them a bunch of questions about who you are and what you did that could implicate them in a crime. But under the law of war, you can ask an enemy prisoner, what did you do and how did you do it to make sure that the country is safe? Now, what I would say about immigration, yes, we should be looking long and hard at who comes into our country from areas where radical Islam is a problem. You can't ban somebody because of their religious affiliation, but you can't hide behind your religion either. If somebody has, through the social media outlets or through evidence we can...
You can't hide behind your religion. I mean, like, how many times have we heard conservatives talk about how their religious rights are being taken away because they won't make wedding cakes for gay weddings and shit like that?
Yeah,
I don't care if it's like a big old dick penis cake. Like, you make that shit.
Collect shown a radicalization tendency, then we can say no. But some people will come here and change. The law needs to be able to adapt to the enemy as the enemy changes.
No.
Hey, NBC.
All right. Next one here. Religious liberty comes from God, not from the Constitution.
Yeah. Welcome to the Capitol Hill. Let me ask you a couple questions.
Guys, we're going to jump right. We're going to do an interview later, guys.
Do you still believe that Keith Ellison shouldn't serve in the Senate or in the House because he's a Muslim?
I'll address that later. I didn't say he couldn't. It says, you go read my WorldNet Daily article that says should, not could.
Okay, do you believe he should not serve in the U.S. House because he's a
Read
Muslim?
my article and you'll find out what I believe.
Can you clarify what you believe right now, sir?
It's clarified very clearly in the article.
Okay, do you still believe homosexual acts should be illegal, sir?
I'm not commenting on any issues right now.
I'm not commenting on things I've commented on, okay?
Like, isn't it? It would like that's a pretty simple one there. Yes or no. Like what's like he thinks homosexuality should be illegal.
And he also thinks that if you're a Muslim, you shouldn't be able to hold public office. There's only one Muslim that I'm aware of that holds public office, and apparently this guy has a problem with it.
Nah, he's not a president anymore. Trump took over.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the Muslim Obama.
That's not who I was talking about, though.
Oh,
I think it's Ellison. I think that's his name.
Okay, that's it, guys. We're going to keep trying. This is the U.S. Senate. People comment on issues here. It's pretty much what we do.
It's pretty much what we do.
Be the Senate Majority Leader?
We're not doing interviews right now.
Look at him. Look at him smiling.
What a douche.
Honestly, as the Senate Majority Leader.
I'm
just going to smile.
Get to the Senate. I don't know everybody in the Senate right now. That's why I'm up here.
You made it pretty clear you don't think it should be Mitch McConnell. Did you have any discussion
I'm
about that
meeting with
today?
senators right now, and that's what I'm talking to them.
What do you think about Jeff Flake? Is he a real conservative?
I don't know Jeff Flake, and Jeff Flake doesn't know me, obviously.
Sounds like he's going to the Senate floor to criticize you right now and saying there's hypocrisy for Republicans backing you while they are saying that Democrats are blocking Catholic judges because they're Catholic, that religious liberty should be religious liberty, basing that off the Ellison comments. Are you concerned about that? Do you think that...
He's like, damn, how long is this fucking hallway?
Serious. Like, fuck, man. How long can I walk and not actually answer questions while maintaining this ridiculous smile on my face?
Previous comments, or have you reevaluated them over the years?
a very complicated question, and I will address it.
When will you address that? Why can you talk about these issues in Alabama and not in Washington, sir?
Supporters don't understand religious liberty, where it comes from. It comes from God, not from the Constitution.
I love it. What an exit. What a
Religious
wow.
liberty comes from God, not the Constitution.
Like, is it any wonder that shit is so fucked up? These are the people running shit, dude. Like, that's why things are fucked up. Right there, going up the elevator.
Most intelligent people are atheists, right? Is that?
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, a lot of them are, but you know,
there's a higher majority of intelligent atheists than there is intelligent Christians. I would imagine, right? Like,
Probably. If I had to take a guess, I'd say probably.
Intuitives. I don't know. There's something about that Santa Claus mentality that, like, you have to believe in Santa Claus to get your Christmas present, and you have to believe in God so you don't go to fucking hell. That they just didn't bother making that one for only kids, but it's the same childish fucking mentality. And if these people are going to be running our country like they have been for the last 60 years, really, 70 years, 80 years, the religion crept its way in there in like the 50s. It really wasn't as heavy beforehand.
Santa Claus is a bad introduction because when kids believe in Santa Claus, he does bring presents and shit. Like, Santa actually gives you shit. And then they put God on you, and then you're supposed to believe that the sun came out today and that's for you. You know what I mean? No. That happened anyway, before all of this.
but what if you thought God gave you the sun and the sun was the same as a fucking train set or a Red Ryder fucking BB gun?
No, dude, the sun is a lame ass train set. It just hangs out there, makes you
The
sweat.
The sun is the shit, dude.
No, the sun sucks.
The sun will fucking fry ants if you have a magnifying glass. The sun will make you fucking tan as hell.
The sun is the reason we exist.
The sun, the sun grew the first weed, Paul.
And it's also, dude, it's gonna scour the planet of life, dude. You guys don't understand that the sun is the enemy. It's a ticking fucking time bomb. And any moment,
it's not our ally or our enemy. It just happens to be the reason we have
well,
life.
if you think keeping us alive is a good thing, then it is definitely our fucking enemy because it is going to scorch this planet clean of any life.
The sun is the only god humans actually have. And he will feel its wrath one day, but he has given the light.
You could at least agree that, like, worshiping the sun is way more logical than worshiping, you know, a god that they can't actually see. At least the sun's this giant glowing ball in the sky.
The sun creates life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it will take it away.
It's a constant source of energy.
The wrath of sun. I'm telling you, man. Let's start worshiping the sun. We should go outside more. We're pale as fuck.
Dude, I'm pale because I'm hiding from the sun, dude. You know what happens to people that go stand out in the goddamn sun?
Hey, Paul, you know how many nuclear missiles you can shoot into the sun? All of them wouldn't do shit. Wouldn't do shit.
Wouldn't do shit. I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's why you fear the sun, dude.
Exactly.
You fear the sun because your nukes don't work on it.
Hey, by the way, I want to remind everyone, please like the stream, subscribe, go over to Twitch. There's a link in the description. Check us out on Twitch and follow us there. Do that shit. And we're going to move on in just a second here. Attorneys for Facebook, Google, and Twitter take heat on day 2 at the Capitol. This has to do with Russia hearings.
Yeah.
To the Russia investigation on Capitol Hill, attorneys for Facebook, Google, and Twitter facing tough questions today about the Russians using their platforms to get to American voters. And tonight, Facebook once again upping the number of people who saw that Russian-linked content during the election to 150 million Americans, including their Instagram platform. Lawmakers blasting all 3 companies for not doing more to stop it. And if you ever had any doubts about Russian meddling their efforts to influence Americans, tonight, Dan Harris and what he discovered inside a nondescript building in St. Petersburg. It is safe to say they were not happy to see him.
I'm from ABC News in the United States. What's that?
We're in St. Petersburg, Russia, trying to get inside a building known as the Troll Factory.
Okay, easy.
Here we're told dozens of internet trolls are hard at work trying to exploit America's divisions. Security guards push us out, threatening to call the police. Not far away, we meet Ludmila Savchuk, a journalist who went undercover in 2015, working in the troll factory for about $700 a month.
I'll tell you what. What was it? When we first started the show back in 2014, we talked some shit about Vladimir Putin on the show, and we did get a bunch of fucking Russian trolls defending Vladimir Putin, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, they figured out a long time ago that like that's where you sway public influence, and having like, you know, people out there pretending that there's like this movement of people that are supporting Putin. Like, I don't know, dude. It's just weird. It's weird to me that all this tension is like still existent between these countries, and nobody really seems to know about it until now.
Can we get 4chan or Kekistan to fight back? Buy some damn Facebook ads that troll Russia and get Russia up in arms? Is Russia as susceptible to this shit as Americans are? Like, what's stopping us from doing this?
Go post all the frogs over there in Russia and shit for a while.
Yeah, they said it was $200 for these guys to fucking start an actual riot at a fucking at a meetup. They pitted two teams of people against each other for $200 worth of advertising.
What was your job when you were working there? What did you have to do all day?
She tells me she would invent fictional characters and then post under their names with topics carefully selected by her bosses. She says she and some of her fellow ex-trolls shot these undercover videos inside the building, showing tight security and rows of trolls typing away.
I'll tell you what, if this is true, it is kind of ingenious on their end, because internet trolling goes so far these days. Like, I don't know.
Social engineering is like, it's beast. It will fucking build you an empire or destroy one easily. I've seen fucking 16-year-old kids become millionaires because they fucking convinced Facebook that they were J.C. Penney's. They got $100,000 worth of fucking ad rolls sent their way, and then they used it to fucking do $100,000 worth of spam ads, and they made so much money. And that's a little kid. You look at someone here who has a fucking whole room full of like Russian. I don't know what are patriots? Are they patriots? What would you call these Ruskies?
I think they're getting paid. I think they're just workers.
They're just workers. Yeah. Fuck, man. Look, a call center. We could turn one of these damn telemarketing rooms.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, when we're not doing the show here, we'll just turn the studio into a DP trolling headquarters where we just send trolls everywhere to like talk shit about people who are saying bad things about us.
Like the A-team of trolling. That would be savage. We need to get like a fucking Mr. T in here too.
And Alan Baskayev told an independent liberal Russian TV station he worked in the unit that specifically targeted America. 1 minute he said you needed to be a redneck from Kentucky, and then later you had to be some kind of white dude from Minnesota, and then in 15 minutes you need to be from New York, writing something in black slang. Tonight, lawmakers releasing several of the thousands of
like Terrence Jenkins
ads bought by Russian trolls. And just look at this tweet from during the election, falsely telling fans of Hillary Clinton they can avoid the line and vote from home. The trolls even using an image of the comedian Aziz Ansari. No wonder they didn't want to let us in to see their work.
It's pretty ballsy to even like try and walk into something like that in Russia.
I would be freaked. Like remember when we were going to go to Russia and save the day, Paul?
Yeah.
That was a terrible idea.
What do you mean when we were?
Because now that it's been outed, we don't have to anymore. America's got the top agents on this, and it's ABC World News. We can't break the story anymore, and I don't think it's worth risking it, even for all the fucking potato vodka and pickle chasers. This shit's scary, man. You ever drink vodka with Russians?
Oh, fuck yeah.
They make you chase it with pickles, dude.
Dude, and then I'm gonna stand outside and squat and smoke a cigarette while wearing a tracksuit.
Yeah. We should get tracksuits though.
And spin a babushka around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan Harris with us tonight. Dan, you're also learning that these Russian trolls went to extraordinary lengths to learn about America.
That's right, David. One ex-troll tells us some of his colleagues actually traveled here to the U.S. in order to better understand our culture. Another tells us the bosses made all of the trolls watch the Netflix show House of Cards.
I want to remind everyone that we have a Patreon. There's a link in the description for it. Even though you missed it live, if you sign up now, you can still see the last private show. It was featuring myself, TJ, Scotty, and Paul. TJ and I got unbelievably trashed.
Yep.
We watched some Manatee. All kinds of crazy shit happened. Go check that out.
It's worth the price just to see Paul's impression of JF's ex-girlfriend.
Dude.
Oh my God.
Fucking
Will
hilarious.
you do one now? You did it. You did it multiple times on the private show.
I know, but like, dude, if I do it here, it's going to be everywhere. JF's going to be heartbroken.
It's already going to be everywhere. Yeah, you know what? I actually wrote an apology to JF because I felt bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he posted some responses on the actual
in a
video.
DM.
He posted some responses on the actual the YouTube video, and he was like, "Man, I'm totally cool with that."
Yeah, I think he's okay.
He's
I don't
not.
think I don't think he would have talked about it if it was that.
Yeah, no,
But
he was
did
very
look
open about
like-
it.
He did look like he was getting emotional talking about it.
Because he was remembering
But anyway,
a love
Paul,
lost.
let's hear your impersonation.
Let's see.
Read us. Oh, you know what? The people that didn't see the private show don't know about this. You're writing a script. Is that correct?
Yes. I'll just get a line from my script here. Let's see. Okay, so this one starts with JF. He says, honey, you smell so bad. And she says, oh, I'm sorry, JF. I forgot how to make the pipe in the shower rain. It's really coming along nicely. It's a beautiful script.
Did Jeff respond to that in the script?
Yeah, he says, you turn on the faucet, and she says, I like SpaghettiOs. So it's a beautiful scene. Like, it's just like, I really want to treat it with the importance that it clearly has. And I hope JF sees that.
You know it's going to get you like I don't know, maybe not an Oscar, but a Golden Globe. At least a Golden Globe.
There's actually a group of awards for people that make movies about retards. You know what I mean? It's the Re-Emmys, and I'm shooting for a Re-Emmy.
Oh man!
What? I mean, like, look.
Yeah, no, I was talking with Joe because it got brought up again, and he was like,
God.
He was like, the JF is Pepe Le Pew, and this girl he thought was a skunk like him, but it was just like the poor girl got a stripe on her, and it made him think she was something she wasn't.
Oh, Joe said that?
Yeah,
I didn't know Joe was capable of such thought.
Yeah, Joe actually watches a lot of Looney Tunes.
So, you know what? Speaking of Joe, here's a story about Andy Dick, and we did recently hear the story about how Andy Dick made a pass at Joe.
Oh yeah, no,
day.
Andy Dick wanted to fuck Joe. He invited him down to Oregon for a comedy night where they were gonna make love when Joe was staying in Seattle. But when he was in Southern California, Joe had to hide from Andy Dick because Andy Dick was like Pepe Le Pew ×2.
And this is from Battle Cam House.
Yeah, the Battle Cam days. Back in the Battle Cam days.
I've been telling people about the Battle Cam. That shit's crazy because TJ said he was going to do an RV trip around America and never did. But Billy literally did do an RV trip around
Joe
America.
and I and like one or two other people at given times were on and off, and we went from LA all the way up to Northern Cal into like Reno, down again through Vegas, down through Texas, into San Antonio, back up into like Kansas, through Ohio, into New Jersey, and then New York City. So we were like zipped all through that motherfucker in an RV. It took like 60, 70 days.
Jesus.
It was nuts.
Dude, I bet it. The smell of man ass in that RV must have been powerful.
We went through
dude.
3 RVs. It was they kept breaking down. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. If we didn't have a billionaire funding everything, we never would have made it. And he just like randomly would cut us off while we were on the road and make us get jobs. It was the stupidest thing. What? Yeah. he made us like, he's like, you guys got to get jobs. So we found a Craigslist ad to help some lady move. And she's moving into her brand new house. And one of my buddies that was on the trip breaks one of those glass stink bombs in the middle of her new house. Like it was so fucking rude. I was like, dude, you're the worst person. But it was like a whole trip full of stupid shit like that.
So here's Andy Dick, or the story about Andy Dick.
Poor Andy.
Andy Dick has been dropped from the independent feature film Raising Buchanan following accusations of sexual harassment and misconduct on set. The Hollywood Reporter was not able to reach any of the alleged victims. Two sources, however, described Dick's inappropriate behavior, which included groping people's genitals, unwanted kissing and licking, and sexual propositions of at least 4 members of the production. It's unclear if those involved were actors.
At least 4.
Did you hear his response, though?
Yeah.
Andy Dick's response? Oh my God.
Yeah, they read it here.
THR spoke to Dick late Monday and he confirmed he was let go from his small role in the film. He vehemently denied groping claims but said it's possible that he licked people, and he confirmed he did make advances on other members of production. I don't grope people anymore. I don't expose myself anymore, he said.
I like how it's anymore. I don't expose myself anymore.
Everybody in Hollywood has an Andy Dick story. It's ridiculous.
But I mean, clearly it wasn't like, he's right about this. About the temperature of the world right now being more delicate, because clearly it's not been a big deal that Andy Dick wangles his dick out at people for years and years and years, and now all of a sudden it's this horrible fucking thing.
Yeah.
Understand that the temperature in the world right now is delicate. He claimed that the temperature on set in Arizona was delicate too, and that he contributed to it by bringing up disgraced movie producer Harvey Weinstein. Dick suggested that the filmmakers could have been upset that he was talking about or perhaps defending Weinstein, with whom he made 2 films. They were so incensed by what I was saying. People are so sensitive, he said, without elaborating on exactly what was stated on set. I didn't grope anybody, he continued. I might have kissed somebody on the cheek to say goodbye and then licked them.
And then licked them. I like that. Well, I didn't kiss, or I might have kissed someone on the cheek and said goodbye and then licked them, but you know.
That's
my
Andy
thing.
Dick, dude.
I licked Carrie Fisher at a roast. It's me being funny. I'm not trying to sexually harass people. The actor-comedian did not deny,
See,
however...
that's his thing. That's why he did that. He did that at the roast so that he could point at it and go, see, that's just my thing, man. I lick everybody.
But seriously, though, he was sexually harassing Joe, right?
Dude, he was trying to... Well, here's the thing about Joe, right?
Why's your buddy Joe ducking?
Joe probably flirted right off the bat because Joe's a fucking a flirt. You saw the way he was with you. Joe sexually harassed you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Like, so I can't say that Joe didn't lead him on and then that drove Andy crazy and wanted some of that young buck butt. I don't know. Like, Andy Dick's into them boys and them girls, so...
Do you think Joe gave up the booty? Like,
I don't think he did, because he really, like, it was almost cartoonish the way he would hide from Andy Dick when we were in the studio. Like, I'd be in the room with Andy Dick, and Andy Dick would be like looking around, and you'd see Joe peeking out of a corner waiting to see if Andy Dick had left, because their shows would be on back to back. It was just ridiculous how fucking Joe hid from this guy, because I think Joe built himself up like he might give Andy Dick the butt. And then when it came time to fucking give the butt, Joe was like, nah, I can't do it. I can't. I'm not that type of guy.
The likelihood that he propositioned others. Of course I'm going to proposition people. I'm single, depressed, lonely, and trying to get a date.
I like how he put in depressed.
Yeah. They can just say no, and they probably did, and then I was done. One source from the film set questioned Dick's sobriety and claimed that he appeared and acted as if he were intoxicated. Dick has been to rehab more than 12 times and has been very open about his long and tumultuous battle with substance abuse. Dick mused that part of his problem is he's 51 and unaware of what the rules are for proper behavior, an excuse similar to the one used by Weinstein after he was accused of decades of sexual harassment and assault. I don't know the difference between sexual harassment and trying to get a date, he said. In the 70s, all the girlfriends I got was by kissing and licking their cheek. I don't know anymore. There were beautiful
all the
women.
Girlfriends. He's still trying to perpetrate the.
No, he has both. He has both. Like he said he had an MTV show where like he showed his crib or whatever, and he lived in a trailer outside of his wife or not wife, mother of his children's like house. He was living in the trailer and bringing like weird people back for sex in the trailer. Like he's bi as hell. Like he won't hide that. But yeah, it's girls too. He's just like the epitome of slut. He's like a slut elemental.
Guys on the set. I flirt with them. I might kiss someone on the set and ask them to go to dinner. They are the ones that took it south. Dick says that if he continues to run into allegations of misconduct, he will retire, but he is adamant he's learned his lesson. I won't do it anymore, he said. I won't lick anyone's face anymore. We have an agreement. To read more about Andy Dick being
all right.
Well, that's kind of a shame, man. I liked knowing Andy Dick was out there licking people and sexually harassing people of all sexes and colors and creeds.
I think we should start a hashtag right now. I'll eat Andy Dick's ass. Hashtag I'll eat Andy Dick's ass to make him feel better.
Here's another one about Adam Sandler.
Oh,
I guess he put his hand on someone's knee and people freaked out. So now they're just going after anyone for anything at this point.
Adam Sandler is speaking out today about that knee grab on live TV. He says he was just being friendly. It happened on a British talk show. Sandler was sitting between actresses Emma Thompson and Claire Foy, won a Golden Globe for the Netflix drama The Crown.
I got nominated for a Golden Globe.
As Sandler was telling a story, he patted Claire's knee. She cringes. He does it again. Awkward. Sandler was blasted on social media, with some calling him a lech. But Claire Foy is coming to his defense today, saying the gesture caused no offense. It turns out it's a habit with Sandler, with guys too. 3 weeks ago, he put his hand on Dustin Hoffman's knee when they appeared together on The Tonight Show.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like he was trying. Look, I'm not saying Adam Sandler's not a groper, but wouldn't a groper know that, like, right in front of a fucking TV camera is not the time to do a grope? I think he just, whatever. He was raised around knee grabbers.
But how much more exhilarating would it be to get a grope off on camera, right? Like, if you were that type of guy.
Actually. You're probably thinking more like, see, I'm not a groper, so I don't
I'm
know.
not a groper either, right?
Yeah,
but
Bill.
If I was on TV with Natalie Portman, I might grab her by the Donald Trump. I wouldn't do that. I would go to hell for that. And I respect Natalie Portman way too much to jeopardize any potential future I have with her.
Natalie Portman again.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what situation where I would grope. That's not grope though. Like if he would have been a little further up the thigh or did more of a squeeze, maybe like an illicit squeeze. That's just like it's a gesture.
Yeah, if he'd like tweaked a nip or like played with some labes or something.
If he would have just like bounced the fucking titties. Yeah, that's against the rules.
Labes.
Some labes.
Yeah, dude. So
if he like hit the labes with a chopstick.
Some mounds.
Grab a labe or two, you know what I mean? That's groping when you go for the labes, but like he just put his hand on her knee. Why is everybody so fucking uptight?
Well, it's like even the girl herself said no offense, and I think that's what it comes down to, right? I think you live and learn. I doubt Donald Trump, Adam Sandler's going to be doing this anymore. He's probably going to be like, well, fuck, the ruined knee grabs for me. So hopefully he learned his lesson.
Dude, I hope you didn't just accidentally prophesy an Adam Sandler presidency, dude. I hope you, with that little flub up, I hope it doesn't happen.
I hope so. How great would it be to have Adam Sandler as our president? Way better than Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's Canadian, though, so he couldn't be.
No, yeah, he couldn't be.
Yeah, Adam Sandler is our only hope.
You imagine Adam Sandler, like, eating with a foreign fucking government or some shit?
No,
yeah, but
shampoo is better.
I would like that. I don't know. I'm an anarchist, though. Let the world burn.
All right. Survey says 43% say healthcare is causing them the most stress.
Worried sick about healthcare. According to a new survey from the American Psychological Association, Americans say healthcare is the issue causing them the most stress. The economy actually coming in second. Not a lot of stress for investors today, though. The Dow up ahead of a new tax reform bill being revealed tomorrow. And you might want to keep...
Does health cause you stress, Paul?
I mean, yeah. I think everybody's probably... I mean, maybe not you guys in Washington where everybody just gets free everything.
Yeah, what's it like in Louisiana? Is it?
It's not good. It's not.
Is there like a fucking gator swamp they throw the ill in and just let them get chewed up?
A dirty dude pulls up on a boat with a bunch of rusty ass tools and he's like, "Take a look at this cough now." It's not good. We need help down here, man.
Oh.
But yeah, no, I just think it's funny. Like, they go directly from talking about how people are like, yeah, most Americans are worried about dying from a preventable illness, but the stock market's doing great. It's like, is there any more proof needed that this is just completely and utterly removed from like the health of us as a nation? Like, yeah, stock market's great, but people are just fucking worried about dying because they can't go see a doctor.
The downtrodden are not profitable. So let them decrease like the surplus population.
The downtrodden are the ones buying all their crappy shit. So they're buying the Pepsi, they're buying the chicken, they're buying the goddamn, you know what I mean? They're buying the bullshit.
Buying the chicken, but they reproduce at a rate so high. Let them die young. Let them have their heart attacks. They don't have to worry about health care because they're going to die in their 60s rather than their 90s. The rich, smart, healthy people are going to live into their 90s. They're going to cost more than the obese people because the obese people have 30 years less of care to worry about. Even if it is that fucking diabetes last minute bang, it's nothing compared to like grandmama drinking her Ovaltine and getting arthritic medicine and fucking 83 years old.
So they just want us all fat and all dead by like 40.
Paul, I think we got trapped, dude. We're in the trap.
Yeah, we're fucked, dude. Yeah. We're doing it, man. We're on our way.
Keep an eye on shares on Facebook tomorrow because after the market closed, the company reporting that it earned more money than expected. The social media site also saying it now has nearly 1.4 billion active daily users.
How many of those are Russian trolls, though? How many of those are... Yeah. Okay.
Paul, there's a bunch more of those like Asian fucking scammers and shit too. Like,
yeah,
you want to see me? Click this link, goo.gl.
Do you get a lot of robot, like hot women robots adding you on Facebook too?
I don't even really check Facebook anymore. Like,
yeah,
Facebook is dead for me.
I get like hot robots all the time. I wonder how many robots are going to start a fucking culture war because you can write a script to just evoke racism and fucking anti-establishment fucking backfired shit. Robots are taking over already. It's Skynet without any sort of guns. We're gonna shoot ourselves because the robots convince us that we're the bad guys. This is scary, Paul. I'm freaking the fuck out.
Well, at least we'll be dead by 40 because we got trapped into the obesity trap.
I think we took the vacation.
Yeah.
You know, we got the obesity vacation. We lucked out.
Imagine all these old ass people that are gonna be like 90, you know, and dealing with this shit still. Me and you robots. Be dead long before that.
Yeah. We're out early. The old people that have to deal with robots buggering them at Guantanamo too. That's not us.
That is a 16% jump from this time last year. And if you can't stand the thought of going to yet another office holiday party, then you may want to head to Walmart instead. That is because the retailer says it will start hosting its own holiday bashes for customers beginning this weekend.
What the fuck?
Shoppers will be...
That is going to be awful. Can you imagine what a Walmart fucking sponsored holiday free thing is going to be like? Dude, you don't even want to be up in a Walmart to shop. Can you imagine people bringing their kids to play video games and shit?
Can we just, like, marvel at the way Neil Cavuto shilled Walmart just now? You don't want to go to your business party, your boring business party. Instead, you want to spend the holidays at Walmart. Fuck!
With a bunch of people screaming ass kids, fucking throwing things,
you see the way
ass diapers and fucking...
The way they get on Black Friday over like 5 plasma TV sets. You really want to spend any more time in a Walmart during the holiday season than you absolutely have to if you're a mouth-breathing fucking weirdo?
Thanks, Walmart.
And fuck you, Fox News, for having this Walmart commercial and saying, I don't care if your office parties suck, then whatever. But there's no way a Walmart holiday party is gonna beat out your office party,
No.
even if it's just Jill from accounting faxing her asshole.
Dude, maybe one of us should go to one of these fucking things, dude, and document it. Go to a Walmart fucking holiday party and see how fucking awful it is.
Can you have an open container in Walmart in Louisiana?
I mean, I don't know. I've never tried.
I feel like I've been to like a Trader Joe's where they let you have wine and shit. Because there's got to be alcohol at these things. I might go to one and document it if I could like break out a bottle of generic bourbon.
It's gonna be awful, dude. Being drunk in there is gonna be worse, dude. It's gonna make shit worse.
I'm gonna cause a scene. I'm gonna take like all the fucking puffy toilet paper rolls, make myself a little bed, pass out, wake up in the morning, hopefully got a BJ from one of the Walton daughters, one of them sick, sloppy billionaire bitches. That's the party.
Are they
I wanna
hot,
be at.
dude? Are the
Not at all.
They're
not at all. But they're billionaires. I don't care if she looked like me and smelled like fucking me too. If she's got $1 billion, I'll stick my wiener in it.
I don't know. One of them looks okay.
Treated to themed events, a product demonstration, and fun things for the kids to do.
Oh my
just
god, dude,
ended,
can you
and we're already talking
imagine
about-
how sloppy those little fucking those play areas are gonna be filled with shit and piss,
Boogers,
vomit,
yeah.
and boogers, and
SARS,
salmonella, and fucking flesh-eating virus, and fucking
Ebola.
It's horrible, dude.
Holiday parties? Well, at a store? That's business. I'm Neil Cavuto.
See, Neil even had to fucking end it with that after the shill. He couldn't even hold his cool after shilling that. He had to break character because he even knew what he was doing was disgusting. Oh, you're sick, Neil Cavuto. You fucking sycophant. So far up Rupert Murdoch's ass, you could taste his Chipotle.
Dude, Murdoch ain't eating no Chipotle.
I wish he was. I just had Chipotle for the first time yesterday. That shit was good.
I don't really like it.
I never had it before. I never had Chipotle before. Everybody said it was gross. Everybody said it was like they were like, "I'll give you diarrhea. It's icky." I went and had it. I was like, "It's actually delicious." I liked it.
Dank. Get a big ass burrito.
Yeah, I had a fat burrito, no dairy or anything on it. It was still too big to like eat. I had to get a fork for the second half because it was coming apart in my mouth. I like that.
It was coming in your mouth.
Yeah,
Dude, I've got that fucking. I've got techniques for Chipotle, dude. I know how to eat them as like all handheld. No having to go to the fork, dude.
I need to know about these techniques. Seriously, like I was
Just
fucking
rip
up.
off
Streamlabs is now open. Go ahead and send in your Streamlabs shit.
Streamlabs it. Yeah, you just got to rip off half the foil, Billy.
To
Start
me,
right in
like,
the middle, tear off the top part of the foil.
Chipotle is just like gringo burritos.
Yeah.
Way too impressive to adapt to, overcome the ad. But Bear Grylls would be proud. Screw the Wednesday Club. Shout out to Scotty's hot girlfriend again. Wow. Go Rupenshire. Thank you for the 666, dude.
Woo!
Thank you. 666.
Yeah, Cake Smite. That was my proudest moment. She's no Natalie Portman, but I think the only real difference is that Leia probably had a hairier fucking vagina.
Metal Bikini Leia was pretty fucking hot, dude.
Yeah. Slave Leia. Oota.
Scam situation.
Sorry for the first one. I thought it would just queue up for later. My bad. Oh, well, that's okay, man. Thank you again.
Best way to apologize is with another donation, so you're cool over here.
You guys are going to get Brett drunk tonight, dude. Look at him.
Smearing off ice.
Chugging those Smirnoffs, dude.
Glug.
scam situation.
Please play TJ's I Hate Cyclists video. Here's the best timestamp for today's current events.
Current events?
Current events.
I'm talking about like the cyclists that got run over. Maybe TJ said something like, I hope a fucking terrorist runs you over, you fucking cyclists. TJ doesn't like cyclists.
They do act like they own the road. Dude, there's so much. They want to run down a battle cam. There's so much to go down. Maybe I'll do like a special presentation one day, like a side thing for you guys. But it's like, I spent like years on that place, 4 or 5 years with Joe, doing crazy shit. Ooh, Paul.
Trevor gets suspended. Yep. That was a tough review, dude. The Hellraiser, watching all 9 of those fucking movies, man. Have you seen all the Hellraisers, Billy?
No. I don't think I've seen any of them.
You're a lucky man.
I don't really care much for horror films.
That sucks. You should love horror.
I like some of them.
I don't even care about drinking. I'm just so excited to be eligible for the green ticket. Also, you 3 are my favorite peasants. I love you, Billy, Paul, and Ben. Well, thank you, Southpaw, Valkyrie.
Thank you.
We did this episode just for you.
Swigging down the Zima.
But yeah, I like some horror, right? But a lot of it is just fucking terrible.
Yeah. Well, all right, Pocket Wolf. Well, I tell you what, dude. When the sun fucking burns every fucking descendant of yours in a fucking horrible nuclear fire, you'll be singing a different tune.
Do you think Pocket Wolf's gonna breed? You think even 10% of the DP audience is gonna breed?
I mean, I think there's a chance they might like accidentally blow a load and somebody slips and falls into it.
You're stupid, Billy. I've sold a lot of cum.
You guys should bring Kyle Kalinske and Shadman on to discuss anal and big butts. Good job, you neckbeard fucktards. Keep up the good work. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if Kyle would have as much to say about big butts, but then again, I don't know. I don't know if Kyle's into big butts.
He's a liberal, dude. I got this thing. I think it might also be racist. When I see a girl walking down the street with a big butt, I'm just like, she voted Obama. She's a liberal. I don't
think
know.
so? You think like big asses?
Whenever I see a big butt, I think of a liberal woman.
Hey guys, could you talk about Vladimir Putin's fantastic regime as Russian president, and how about Russia will soon take over the world? Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course. Russia is, of course, you know, the superior culture, and it's only a matter of time before they dominate the globe. So thank you for
tough. Putin
is tough. He's attractive. You know what I mean? He's a good-looking dude. Do I still play Overwatch? What am I maining? I haven't played Overwatch in a long time. I've been playing when I have a little bit of free time here and there, like Heroes of the Storm a lot more. So, but not a lot of video game time in my life anymore. Used to main Sombra. Take your money. Well, thank you, Ian. Appreciate that $5, and the manatee appreciates a few more swigs on that fucking Smirnoff Ice, dude. It's cold and refreshing.
It's cold and refreshing.
Fresh from the Piggly Wiggly, where Dawn just brought back some mac and cheese and some canned chili. Billy, I'd let you into my fat corral. Damn.
Thank you, Weed 420.
I can't wait to see that shit, dude. I want to see Billy in the fat corral at the wrestling event, dude.
Yeah, like I went to our seats and I was sitting there waiting for Billy to show up, and he didn't show up. So then I looked down at my phone and I had a message from him. And he just said, "I'm in the fat corral." To our seats, and I was sitting there waiting for Billy. Oh shit!
Bang bang. I got fat corral,
and I didn't know where the fat corral was, but I turned and looked, and no, you sent me a picture.
Yeah, I sent you a picture from where I was, so you could kind of backtrace it. Paul,
I have not seen Kimi no Nawa. So can't help you there. Sorry.
Somebody from all the way across the arena took a picture of me. They could see me. That's how fat I was in the fat corral. One of my friends was like, look who took a picture of you. It was all the way across the arena.
Word up to Monica's. One day you should have a rap battle written versus Paul written versus Billy off the dome. I think I retired my rap battling career. I think
you're not rapping no more, Paul?
I burned too brightly and too quickly, Billy.
You were a supernova.
Yeah.
Scam situation.
In this world, it is the destiny of mankind. Is the destiny of mankind controlled by some transcendental entity or law? Is it like the hand of Gord hovering above? I don't believe in destiny. So, no.
For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction that works in a social construct as much as a physical. So a man is tied to his own actions because they will come back to bite him in the ass. How's the show not banned? Yeah, that Sibian video was really graphic. I think that was someone snuck into her bathroom and hit a webcam in there.
It's pretty gross. There's so much fluid, you know.
Poor Ryby.
Paul, eat your skin.
What the fuck?
All right.
All right. $5. Fuck it. Oh, yuck. Call me in space. You to chuck at least another $5 for Paul eating that. That's a $10 demand.
Tastes like bacon. It's not bad.
Prosciutto. I got Billy's face tattooed on my chest, and believe me, it's hard to get a woman to have sex with you when Billy is staring at you. It's even harder to masturbate. It's not true, dude. I've had multiple people get fucking laid in front of me. And I'm not even a cuckold. They just see me and they want to fuck in front of me. It's a fact.
Dude. Billy has facilitated more pussy than that guy will ever get.
Yeah, I'm like the Buddha of vaginal interaction.
Do I plan on reviewing all of the Halloween films? Yeah, dude. Probably at some point. I love horror movies. I love cheesy ass horror movies. So there's a good chance that.
What's a good horror movie that you would recommend me, Paul?
In the Mouth of Madness, Billy.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that Cthulhu style shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's another good one. Event Horizon is kind of similar in feel.
Okay, I haven't seen Event Horizon.
It's got that Cthulhu shit. And it's got Sam Neill in it too.
Was it a prequel? Because it came out like a year before?
No, they're not related. One's a space movie and one's like a present day.
Yeah, but they both had Sam Neill, right? And
Neill.
They were about the same time they came out, right? Like a couple years apart.
Yeah,
or so?
Yeah, in the 90s.
Yeah.
There are 5 things I enjoy the most. Muay Thai, tend to the kids as a summer camp staff, playing PC games on my $4,000 gaming rig. Wow, check this guy out. Reading the manga Berserk, shooting my guns, and watching BP high as fuck with my German Shepherd. Have some money. Thank you. You sound like a man of many tastes.
Fuck yeah. That's a good top 5.
It's not bad.
Scam situation.
Hellraiser is awesome. It was. First couple of Hellraisers are pretty awesome. Not really anymore, though.
I think I was too big of a pussy as a little kid to like watch scary movies, and then by the time I wasn't a pussy, I was too much of a fucking man to actually have any sort of like scares, you know? So
Yeah,
I
I'm
always
not
felt like
really-
a waste.
I'm not really expecting to be scared anymore. I just like, I don't know. I like the structure of horror. Maybe the reason why feminists talk so much about nasty male tendencies is because the influencers in the media live in and around that world. Thoughts? I don't know. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Men in power are nasty. Men without power are fucking desperate, therefore nasty. You're like Peter Grimm. Cake Smite, like you're the dumbest person ever. Keep throwing your money to try and make these claims, but I swear on everything, I've probably turned down hotter broads than you could ever fucking get.
Damn. It's true too.
Cabin in the Woods is like my favorite horror film.
Why do you get
Yeah,
your
that one
face
was
tattooed
good.
on him though?
The what?
If he's not a fan though, why do you get your face tattooed on him?
Oh, that's true. I love you. I'm sorry. Play with your tits, Jesse James. That's not a $6.66 request, but I actually have. Fuck, like, where do I start? Let me play with my back tits. I got tits to go fucking 360 over here, dude.
So technically the timer's done. We're gonna let a few more bleed through, and then we're gonna move on.
It was a nice Streamlabs segment there.
Yeah, I need to watch Event Horizon. I think.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's got Lawrence Fishburne in it too, dude. A little Morpheus, a little Sam Neill.
You subscribe to the theory that The Shining was like Jack Nicholson was raping his son? All the signs they have in the movie.
I've heard people say that it's supposed to be an allegory for the sexual abuse of the kid, but it just looks like he strangled him. I mean, maybe he did something else. I don't know. It's never really addressed exactly how far Jack went with the kid. Like, did he just smack him around, choke him a little bit?
Well, yeah, right after the scene where the kid comes in all catatonically shocked, his shirt changes from I can't remember exactly what it was, Mickey Mouse or something, and then it changes to the Apollo, which is like the fucking phallic rocket pointing right at the kid's mouth. Immediately after he had his, "I love you more than anything in the world, son," and then fucking they both go into shock, like, "What did I do?" Cabin fever, molesting your kid type shit. And there's a lot of hints in there that suggest some fucked up adult on kid action, like him reading the Playgirl at the beginning that has the incest article on the cover, and the movie that him and the mom and the child were watching about the old lady having sex with the young boy, Kubrick Kubrick doesn't fuck around, right?
No. He's only made one movie that I didn't like.
What was that?
Eyes Wide Shut.
Huh.
The last one.
Was it Tom Cruise that ruined it for you?
It was him and Nicole Kidman. They were both just insufferable and hard to watch, and the film was just kind of confused, and I don't know. Didn't like it.
All right, so we're about to do Crazy People, but first I have to bring on one of our $100 patrons, and this is going to fuck up Paul's camera temporarily, but yeah, we have...
You want me to just turn my camera off while they're here?
It won't make a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way it puts everything in a row on the screen that messes everything up. I'm just going to take you down for a second, and we'll do it this way.
Into the mouth of madness.
Hello.
Are you there? Hey,
Yep,
all
I'm
right.
here.
All right, so we have Pocket Wolf. He's one of our $75 patrons. He's going to join us for a bit of Crazy People here.
Sweet.
Yeah. I'm just going to put Paul back on the screen.
Sorry, Paul.
Don't worry about it.
You should be sorry. You fucked everything up. Damn it.
Nobody wants to see me anyway. Get him out of here. Get Paul Zigo out of here. Boo.
Sexy.
Boo. But so yeah, did you were you hoping for Crazy People, Pocket Wolf, or were you hoping for DP Action News?
Crazy People.
You wanted in on the Crazy People.
Yeah.
Yep.
We ask them before we bring them on, where do you want to be on the show? And he said Crazy People. So there we go.
Do you have a favorite that you're hoping to see tonight, Pocket Wolf?
Not really. I'm open to anything.
You just want the real experience, dude.
I just want the experience, yeah.
What would you say is your favorite type of crazy person?
I I'd say the ones that are so crazy and so stupid, but are so not self-aware, and they're like calling out other people for shit that they're doing at the same time they're calling other people out for it.
Well, I can almost guarantee we are going to see a lot of that tonight.
Just that.
All right, I'm excited.
Classic crazy. Part here where they jump scare. No jump scare. You got me. You got me. I have my butthole clenched and everything.
I need ones that have it like delayed too.
Yeah, like right now it scares me and
I
piss myself because I let my butthole unclench.
Me and Billy went to a diner one night and like Billy was chatting up the waitress, and the more we talked to her, the more we realized that she had like something wrong with half of her face.
She was like Jim Ross, but hot. She was like a sexy Jim Ross. And she started talking about Art Bell and all types of other crazy people shit. I think we should have invited her back to our spaceship for some hanky panky.
You wanted her to give you a slobber knocker?
Yeah. When she looked like Jim Ross, it's not a blowjob, it's a slobber knocker.
Dude, you've never had a blowy till you've had a half dead face blowy, dude.
I bet you would feel good.
Dude, yeah. When you get over there into the dead parts. Yeah, dude.
All right, here's
the dead
parts. Feel the dead parts.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, man.
So
That's hot, right, guys?
We've played this crazy pastor on the show a few times. Here he is talking about homelessness in America.
We have a major homelessness epidemic right now in the United States of America. We've contacted the police a few times over the last few months just about the fact that we're sick and tired of our streets, our parks, everything just being infested with able-bodied young people who are living a homeless, derelict lifestyle,
They chose that. They chose that
dude.
lifestyle.
Why does this guy look like he's wearing his dad's suit? It's like too big.
This dude is like the anti-Christian, because most Christians are out there preaching like how they want to feed the homeless and
bringing them sandwiches and shit. He's calling for the second Holocaust.
He's like, yeah, we need to exterminate these homeless people that are shitting up our parks,
harassing us and stinking up the joint.
The guy in the
we
background.
Contacted the city and talked to, and here's what the city said. They said it's not just in Tempe, it's nationwide. They said it's exploding nationwide.
Exploding.
Homelessness is exploding everywhere. It's exploding nationwide.
He's making it sound like
they
diarrhea.
Said, we're trying our best to combat it, but the Tempe Police Department told us, you know what? There are two reasons why we can't get the homeless problem under control in Tempe. They told us this, and look, this is coming from the Tempe Police Department. They said there's two reasons why. They said it's the ASU libtard college students, bleeding heart liberals who just give them money and food and don't even think about it.
College students are giving them money? College students are eating ramen and fucking for nourishment. Literally, ASU is full of girls who get their protein intake from sucking cummies.
And it's the churches in Tempe with their homeless ministries that are screwing up our city. That's what the police department told us. This isn't coming from some radical preacher. The police department said, here's who's to blame, because they don't want to take the blame. The government doesn't want to take the blame, right? So they said it's the churches and the libtard college students. That's who's to blame. Because they said the churches are just giving them all indiscriminately free food, showers, clothing. They just give them everything, and they have no...
So this person is a Christian pastor.
Saying the word libtard.
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I used to live in Tempe. I lived there for about a year, and there's a lot of this really, really right-wing religion there. And this is like crazy shit. Like, this is like, look, the problem with homeless people that has nothing to do with lack of good psychiatric care and the lack of a social safety net. No, it's because college students are giving them money. Okay.
Don't feed the humans now.
Incentive to work at all. No incentive to work. And then every year when the college students show up, the bums hit them up for money, and they just indiscriminately give them money, give them whatever they need. The churches are doing the same thing. He
Why are they homeless?
Please, this is what the policeman said to us. Please never give them any money. Never give them any food. Don't give them anything. Because they must have an incentive.
If these college students are just keep indiscriminately giving them money, then why are they still homeless?
Well, they're not giving them house money. They're giving them like beer money. They're not paying rent. They're giving them like enough to stay drunk and maybe bang one of the extra slutty ASU fucking co-eds.
It's another one of these, like, a lot of times people try and make it out like it's a glamorous lifestyle living on the dole, and it's really not. Like, they're not. Those little bits of money and shit are either going. And I agree that giving a homeless person money on the street is not a good way to combat homelessness.
No.
Like, but on the flip side, like, it's not. This dude wouldn't last 5 seconds as a homeless person. He acts like it's not. They're just layabouts that do nothing all day.
He has to borrow his dad's suit for his sermon. He's basically he's got the beard of a homeless man. He's kempt like a homeless man. If his dad wasn't the fucking G-Time Johnny, he wouldn't have shit to fucking do with his life. His privilege is keeping him afloat so he can talk shit to homeless people. I'll tell you what, Paul. Let's go down to Tempe again. Let's be homeless in Tempe and beat the shit out of this guy when he doesn't give us the sandwich money.
Let's go to like one of his fucking services and hit people up for money at the door on the way out.
Yeah,
and shit.
We look like a couple of schlubby homeless guys if we put some makeup on.
We'll just pull up like some lawn chairs and shit and get like some Slurpees and look real comfy and be like, "Hey man, you got it hard out here."
Incentive to go to work. This is from the secular government. I mean, they're telling us, look, we can't control it anymore. It's out of control. And by the way, 25% of the homeless are already registered sex offenders.
That's probably true.
But we're just supposed to just bring them all in here and feed them with no regard for who they are, why they're in that condition. And you know what I'd like to know? And you know what? You're mad about this sermon, and you don't have to go join the Church of Libtardia, and you'll get all the compassion from them.
Like,
because you know what? I'm here to tell you something.
Like and shit. Like when Jesus fed all those people with loaves and fishes, was he running background checks on each one of them to find out if they ever diddled somebody or?
I'm pretty sure it was okay to diddle kids back in Jesus' time.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The Bible was all about give them your daughter so they don't spill their seed on your soil. It's like, what the fuck, God? What type of guy are you?
Giving money indiscriminately to people who refuse to work is not making their lives any better. All you're doing is destroying our city and turning it into a cesspool. That's right. All you're doing.
There's like 5 guys in the crowd. This guy is preaching to the smallest crowd ever. You can hear each different voice agree with him when he makes a statement. This is propaganda. This is the fucking what the Russians did. This is a Russian troll priest right here. This isn't real America. I won't stand by this and let this make me angry that he's calling me a libtard.
You're a libtard.
He won't give me a sandwich either.
The Bible says, okay, in Abel's religion, not Cain's religion, in Abel's religion, the Bible says that if any man will not work, neither should he eat. That's right. And you know what? It would do these people good to go a couple days without eating. You can go many days without eating and survive just fine.
He's talking to my fat ass.
And you know what? I'll bet you they'll end up getting a job around day 2 or day 3 or day 4 of not eating. And you know what? They're going to be way happier because men who work are happy. That's right. They have self-respect. They have dignity. Yeah. But instead, we have 20, 25, 30, 35, 40-year-old homeless. And he said, oh, the homelessness in America is out of control. What are the churches going to do about it? The churches are doing too much.
This is really weird.
What's the
hearing
government
this
gonna
come
do?
from a preacher.
Yeah. Too many soup kitchens, dude. Too many homeless shelters. Close them down.
Do preachers always have their coffee cup on their fucking pew? Like, I feel like this guy's a...
Look at the level this guy operates at. He needs constant fucking stimulants and shit.
He just got done spending all the fucking homeless sandwich money on cocaine and prostitutes. That's why he's doing this sermon.
He's also gotten off his pew like 3 times just to like walk, just to pace around in front of it, just to get back on it.
There's no cameraman, so it's like he just goes to fucking Idaho, comes back to Tempe after 34 seconds of being off camera. Not good quality production.
But the government's doing too much. What are Christians? The Christians are doing too much. Why? Because if you feed the bears at the national park, then they won't know how to get food on their own anymore. And look, I will give money or food to someone who is crippled, who cannot work.
So that's what makes it okay.
Cool, Paul. We're getting fed.
And you know what? The Bible says that the righteous man considers the cause of the poor. It doesn't say the righteous man just gives all his money to every registered sex offender standing by the side of the road with a sign that says, anything helps, God bless. And you know what? When I drive by these people and when they come here to the church, able-bodied young men, and ask me for food and money, you know what I tell them? Get a job, you lazy jerk. You lazy jerk,
awesome.
Get a job. You're disgusting me by refusing to work. And you know what's even sicker is that they ask women for money. They walk up to my wife. They walk up to a wife with 4 kids. Hey, can I get some money? Go to work. Go to work.
Why is it any sicker that they ask everybody for fucking money? Like, why is it sicker that they ask women for money?
Because when women don't have cash to give homeless people, studies show that they actually just give them some pussy instead. So
Really?
he knows. Yeah, straight up. There's about 40% of women in America have fucked a homeless guy because they didn't have cash on hand. It's a crazy statistic, and this guy fucking
I've
knows
never
it.
heard of that before.
Yeah,
He's got it figured out, dude.
That's why I don't
He's
wash
right.
myself once or twice a week. I get home the housewife punani.
You know what? It's just stupid. And these churches, they like pat themselves on the back and think that they're earning their way into heaven by ruining our city and turning it into a den of homeless, lazy derelicts. You know, necessity is the mother of invention. And it's amazing how when people stop giving you free stuff, you figure out a way to get fed. You figure out a way to get a job. You figure out, and you know what? Everybody's
steal.
hiring. Have you noticed that? Everywhere you go right now, the economy's booming. Everybody's hiring. Every business now hiring. Everywhere you go.
Temporary jobs everywhere you go.
And you see the same people standing on that corner week after week, month. I mean, I'm starting to know them all. You see them over and over again. And then you know what? The park that I pay for, every time I pay my property tax, every time I pay my sales tax, I pay all these taxes for a park, and I want to send my kids to the park to go play at the park, but I can't because there's a bunch of sex offenders there. Bunch of lazy, derelict, wicked people there.
Send your
laying
kids
around,
anyways.
stinking up
Because, like you said, the mother of invention, if your kids are being chased around by fucking pedophiles all day at the park, they're going to become super fit, militant little fucking gangster kids. That's how you create a tough child. Not by sitting them in church and yelling at them about feeding homeless people. You send them out to the fucking wolves. Let them survive. Necessity's the mother of invention. Dose your own medicine, motherfucker.
So there'll be as many as 20 people just laying on the ground in the park in the middle of the daytime when decent people are working. They're all just laying around.
Let's just walk through
We
this.
can't-
Let's walk through this. Like, okay, so you're one of these homeless. You're dirty as fuck. You got dreadlocks and shit. You stink. You're wearing the same pair of pants for fucking 6 months. And you're supposed to walk into a McDonald's and be like, hey, man, give me a job. And then, no, you clean yourself up. Where? Where do you go get? How do you get a haircut with no money? How do you get clothes that don't reek of piss with no money? How do you wash those clothes with no money? Like, what's he talking about? He acts like that all you do if you're homeless is you walk into a McDonald's and go, hey, can I get a job? And they're like, sure, here's a house and some clean clothes and a fucking, like, it's not as simple as he's making it out to be for a person in those circumstances to get a stable enough life to work a job.
How are you supposed to breathe with no air? That's what it comes down to.
Send our kids there. So then the park becomes useless to us. And then the library becomes useless to us. Because the library is just filled with these homeless, transient derelicts. Now you say, you don't have any compassion. No, I have the right kind of compassion. I have compassion for God's people, for my children, and I have compassion for people that are actually crippled and can't work, who wish they could work, and I have compassion for people who work hard and are poor and still can't make ends meet. Right? That's who I want to help. That's who I want to give to and do something for them to help them get back on their feet. But
that's a significant portion of the people that you're talking about have fucking problems that make them incapable of holding down a job. Like a huge proportion of people that are actually living day-to-day homeless are mentally ill. So
a lot of sex offenders are mentally ill.
Because like people that aren't mentally ill aren't choosing to go out on the streets and live underneath dumpsters and fucking eat out of garbage cans and shit. That's just not.
Bum. And you know what? Look, if everybody thought like us, we'd have this town cleaned up in 1 week. In a single week.
What would you do?
If everybody rolled down the window and said, get a job, you lazy jerk, every time they drove by these people. If every single time these people asked us for money, we said, no, you're a disgrace, get a job, you're young, you're able-bodied, you're able to work, go get a job. You know what? It would clean it up so fast because just a few days of no handouts. And
they would break into your house and take it.
They'd be lined up at the day labor place. But they won't ever be there because the churches, the libtard churches, are all just lining them up and just giving them everything that they want. And they're not helping anybody.
Libtard churches. Before they were just libtards and churches. Now they're the same entity. All right.
Yep. Libtard churches. Trying to feed people that haven't eaten and shit. What a bunch of fucking losers. Yeah, so the next time you see a piss-smelling homeless dude raving about how fucking the Messiah is going to come back, tell him to get a fucking job.
Yeah, just lampoon him.
Jesus is probably back, but he's homeless because he doesn't have modern-day job skills. So he's just trying to get his word out, but they're like, you dirty fucking loser.
Nobody's hiring carpenters these days, dude.
IKEA fucked him up. Is the video dead? Should we go to another video?
Yeah, we're going to do another one here.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
We played this guy once before. 8-point blocking system explained.
How's it going, guys? It's Xbox Jared here. So, this video is kind of embarrassing to make. I mean, it's something that I'm ashamed of myself for, and I'm embarrassed about. But, maybe it's good to shame yourself sometimes. And look, I'm not trying to judge all MMA fighters, but the reason why I stopped doing stuff like the 8-point blocking system, which is an element of karate, is simply because I gained weight and it was harder for me to do it. I made a video about elements of MMA blocking called active blocking and passive blocking. These are all good ways to, block and counter. Don't get me wrong. But I believe the best way to block and counter is by the 8-point blocking system, which comes from karate, but is originally
about making a video. Why not get a couple of garbage bags and put all that shit in it and put it off camera somewhere?
Guys, I'm embarrassed because I quit 8-point blocking and not because my room looks like
it looks exactly the same as last time.
Yeah. Scotty got fucking like called out for mess shaming TJ on that episode. The fans revolted. They were like, "How dare you mess shame TJ?" Because he compared this room to TJ's mess, and it was like
TJ did have a messy room, from what I understood.
Developed by, I believe, like Shaolin monks from Shaolin Kung Fu. It goes all the way back thousands of years, if I'm not mistaken. Really, karate, if you think about it, it kind of just is watered down Kung Fu. But look, I'm not here trying to start arguments or heated debates.
Karate is watered down kung fu, dude. Says the guy.
So the 8-point blocking system, I can go ahead and show you guys real quick. It's actually very simple. It's just outward block. That's 2, and that's for blocking attacks on like the chest level. Because in karate, they actually attack the chest.
He's giving this info away for free.
Also, Wing Chun, they do like the chain punches, to the central core nervous system. But anyways, then you have the upward block, that's 4, that protects the head. I know some of you guys may be thinking, well, why not just do that? I used to wonder that too. And really, I'm not quite sure why that is, but I guess that's more effective. I don't really know, man.
You don't know shit, dude.
So I can't really comment on that.
You shouldn't comment on any of this.
And then you have the inside block, which really, I guess, just protects the chest too. It's kind of funny how they have the same thing.
It looks like he's slapping away a dick coming out his face.
Up different areas to attack, maybe, or allows you to do different maneuvers. Your guess is as good as mine, but I mean, I would say that probably is the reason. And then, so that's 6 I just covered. And so the last 2 are what you call the downward block, which is, I think some people call it like starting up the lawnmower. It's kind of like starting up a lawnmower.
I'm so glad we're getting MMA training from this schmuck. What the fuck?
Yeah. Doughy guy in a messy room teaches you how to defend yourself.
I really want to see all these techniques applied to a real life scenario.
There's not room for him to demonstrate them in this room.
Yeah, we gotta give this guy the green ticket so he can fight Joe. Get him in studio and make Joe fucking do his MMA trainings. Joe's like my fucking pit bull attack boy. He beat up Ben, like 3 other people.
I don't know, dude. This guy would just upward block, downward block, because I guess it protects his chest. You know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah. If that's you actually should write this stuff down, Ben, because Ben wanted a rematch
against Joe.
Yeah,
he'll just choke me again, and my throat will hurt for days afterwards.
Should we start a Drunken Peasants fight league?
I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive about that.
Using it though, really. So that's the 8-point blocking system. Now, some styles even use something called a 10-point blocking system, but again, I don't know what that is, but I think the 8-point blocking system covers enough. I don't understand what else they would use unless it's just like some fancy shit, like maybe doing something in reverse. I have no idea.
Put a thumb in the butt. That's 1 point.
Because I really don't know, but
you don't know shit.
So you guys
dude.
are probably wondering, well, why go to all this trouble, when you can just use active blocking like an MMA where you just slap the hands down. And in the video, I was saying how you can do that with any sort of attack too, like with hooks. It's just about pushing it away, or with the uppercut or whatever. Well, the truth is, you could do that, but in order to do that, you'd have to be closer to your enemy. And by closer, I don't know if that's even really the right word. I guess I mean like with your chest facing your enemy more. Because in karate, you're completely sideways. And with me, because I'm a big guy, it's hard for me to stand sideways with a wide stance. Wide stance is also very important too. That also gives you power as well. But it's the sideways movement. Because when you're sideways, you have more of an angle to attack. As opposed to when you're 9 degrees. It's just, you're not going to get the same power as you would if you were standing. And I see MMA guys do this too. I think some of them are smart about this. They understand. And one of these people is none other than Conor McGregor. I see him use elements of karate in his fighting. And I strongly believe this is why he's one of the best UFC fighters.
Because he mixes
So
his
guys,
martial arts? Is that
take
why?
notes here. You can really learn from this, okay? This isn't just some awkward guy with his shirt off spouting a bunch of nonsense, as much as you guys might like to think so.
that is exactly
I'm
what
actually
this
spitting.
is.
Yeah, you just gave a perfect description of what this is.
Yep. This is a fucking guy with his shirt off, standing in a fucking dirty room, talking like a layman about shit he doesn't understand.
He grew up watching Ninja Turtles and he never stopped karate kicking. He was like from his little baby steps doing Donatello moves all the way up to Conor McGregor's karate fucking infusion. This guy's delusional.
You actually see in episode 23, Michelangelo uses active blocking to block one of Shredder's ninja stars, you know?
Serious truth here. So guys, if you're serious, you know, in fighting and you want to be a good fighter, whether it's karate, MMA, or whatever, you can utilize this in your fighting style. It doesn't matter what style you do. You can utilize it. Sideways stance, because stance is very important. As far as where to hold your arms, you know, I don't think it matters that much. You know, you could use like the kung fu crap or whatever. But really, you want to, I think, personally with me, you want to keep a happy medium. Because when you got your arms all wide like that, you really are creating a lot of openings for yourself. And I think it's just good to keep like a, what do they call it? You know, like the inside space. Like you want to picture like a bubble around you, and you don't want your arms to leave that bubble. You want to keep it fairly close.
He's got to have like together. 4 or 5 followers that are taking this all super seriously.
You know, I don't think your attacks.
I want to take them all on at once.
Same with blocks either. You know, that's the funny thing is with the 8-point blocking system, you really are using a lot of force to where your blocks are like, in a sense, an attack as well. So when you put a lot of force in your blocks,
this guy sucks.
You can actually use that as an attack. You know, they say the best way to beat the boxer is to ruin his arms. And so when you're blocking against their arms, you're kind of destroying their arsenal, so to speak.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking pretzel hook your arm.
They're not going to be able to punch
block
as well.
like that. I'm going to grab your arm bar your little bitch ass. Break that shit off.
So if you destroy their arsenal, you know, destroy their arms, you're kind of destroying their main weapons.
This guy should be training MMA right now.
Yeah. This guy should be getting the shit beat out of him by Kimbo Slice right now. Like,
R.I.P. Kimbo.
Clever way to fight, guys. So that's something to take note of as well. With Wing Chun too, you know, destroying their arms, I think that's a really great way to destroy them because they use their arms in a lot of stuff with trapping and crap like that. So it's good to think smart, you know. It's all about being a smarter fighter. I just need to lose weight. That's what I need to do. I need to lose weight because I can barely even stand in like horse stance, which is a stance where you spread your feet apart and kind of bend down a little bit. That's the best stance to
any
be in.
real fucking street fighter
I've heard
doesn't give a shit about your punk ass stance.
Whatever it is.
You go to your stance, they will fuck you up.
Stand
no matter what stance you're in, and you think you're safe, you're gonna get fucking wrecked.
Forward when you do that, but that's not how you do it. You stand sideways. And you know, Bruce Lee, known as the father of MMA, he taught how there's, you know, different maneuvers you do when you're in different, you know, areas from your opponent. Different, you know, having a brain fart here, man.
Your life is a brain fart.
You know,
yeah, me too.
Different spaces away from your opponent. The distance you are from your opponent.
I don't understand anything he's fucking saying.
I understand everything. He's a fucking man-child that plays with turtle dolls and fucking race cars and thinks that if he ever left his room and he got in a fucking street fight, that he would go all Leonardo on him. He'd be lucky to go Corey Feldman on him.
Corey Feldman. Let's see how far along we are here. So I think we're almost at the time to do our second Streamlabs segment. 2-hour show. way shorter.
Oh, it's time.
Yeah.
So the crazy people tonight.
Are you guys gonna unceremoniously boot me out, or?
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I think at this point it would be longer to change the cameras, right?
No, I can just switch it now because I have the other one saved up.
Well,
right. I think I do anyway.
Uh-oh.
Where is it?
Here's the ceremonious.
Where is he?
Oh no.
Oh, that's actually me. I ate my webcam. Sorry. It's in my gut now.
I guess I'll just do it again.
It's in my gut and in my butt.
Screen capture. Boom. Yeah, it makes you really big on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Shrink Paul. I think you might be on mute, dude.
Tiny Paul, we can't hear you, Tiny Paul.
Where's did Naughty Priest donate again earlier?
He hit off the beginning with the
For the
200 ones that want that dick at the very beginning.
Just got to get those numbers to my associates.
You gonna flash dick, Paul?
I mean, eventually, yeah. One of these days.
What's your cock worth?
Not even one of those donations. I'm going to be honest with you, but it's the value of something's determined by the market, and clearly there's a giant market for my underwhelming little penis. So, you know what I mean?
It's not even a buyer's market because there's just Naughty Priest, right?
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, there's one bidder that is just constantly upping his stakes.
There was another one that Cake Smite sent.
Scam situation.
Take my money, X2. Thank you, Ian.
Billy, you're the best addition to DP, in my opinion. Sorry for throwing money at you with roasts, although you don't get more pussy than me. You can't compare with how much pussy I get from being a DP subreddit mod.
Oh, shit, I forgot.
That was Cake Smite.
Yeah, I forgot Cake Smite was a subreddit mod, so yeah, he probably gets all the JF runoff.
Scam situation.
Pocket Wolf.
Thanks for having me on. Sorry I didn't really say much. I was still super nervous. I had fun, though. Thanks, Pocket Wolf, for being a patron. Thanks for joining us for Crazy People.
And thank you for not being one of the crazy people and the entire time screaming World Star during the videos, because that's old school. New school is not screaming World Star.
Yep. All the MMA fanboys are pissed off that he's trying to give advice. Yeah, Walmart Holiday Party DP Meetup 2017. That would be pretty awesome.
Master Race. Yeah, I think that guy might just be a troll. Like, he might be sitting in his little brother's bedroom, and he just does that because he is, like, hitting all the triggers. The last video he was on, he called somebody a man-child when he was sitting in a room full of toys. Like,
yeah. And when he was turning sideways and shit, he was pushing his belly out. He was clearly trying to make a joke. He's trolling those MMA guys, dude.
Yeah. He's got to be. Otherwise, I'm going to fight him.
I don't even know why they do this kind of blogging, but you can learn a lot from this, though. It's like, all right, dude. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, bro.
5.5 minutes left. Your burning questions answered, your heart's desire fulfilled. Rub the lamp.
Rub it.
With a $5 bill.
Did you watch Jigsaw, Paul?
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it good?
No, it is not. I mean, whatever. I don't know. Are you into the Saw shit? Do you like the fact that
I like the
Jigsaw's
first
dead,
one.
so- Yeah, me too.
The first one's
not
good.
like that.
Making it rain. Yeah, I have to go see it though because I get an extra 1,000 bonus points for watching it.
Well, thank you for supporting a dying show with your $5.
And the four were together this weekend. Just saying.
Yeah.
I think the big thing right here is that, DP is growing, and this might be growing pains you're feeling.
Well, at least he, wants to pay $5 to express his growing pains, so go for it.
Yeah.
Ooh. 4 minutes.
Paul.
What?
What's your favorite thing about being in Louisiana now? Is there anything that you just love that you can't do anywhere else, like gator wrestling or something?
I'm telling you, the shrimp, dude.
The shrimp?
That's the realest thing about Louisiana.
Yeah, I want some shrimp. As a kickboxer, I'd end that piece of human scum shit faster than that Chinese MMA fighter ended that Tai Chi master. Damn.
I've never seen that one.
Damn.
Dude, we got all the kickboxers in our audience are all fired up to beat that guy's ass.
Yeah, I had no idea we had so many martial artists in the audience.
So many Wing Chun masters, dude.
Back when I was wrestling training, I had a guy that said he could get me like a couple fights in Japan for like 20 grand just to like basically have me lose. He was like, I wouldn't lose, right? Like if I could win, I could win. But he was like, dude, just because of your size, they give you like 20K just to get
Like
your ass kicked.
Those like shoots or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Would you have to do any crazy shit like take barbed wire bats? Where they
No, it wasn't even wrestling. It was like MMA stuff. They like because like I'm so fat that it's like a novelty act. So they would put one of their smaller guys against me, and he would like tear me down, put me in an ankle bar or something, or like I would just beat him somehow with like minimal training, which probably wouldn't happen despite the size advantage. But just because of the
he's
size.
basically giving you like 20 grand to take a massive ass beating from some dude.
That David and Goliath story, they want to see the little guy take down the big old fucking mountain of a human.
The first MMA fight I ever saw was like a French kickboxer versus a sumo wrestler.
Oh, I remember that. I think that's the first one ever.
And that French kickboxer dude just kicked the sumo dude right in the face, busted his teeth out.
He fell forward and then he got kicked in the face super hard. There was even a little hesitation because normally you can't kick someone in the face when they're down in most martial arts. So
smoke weed, please. Okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Drew Monsoon. I'll buy a Dorby with that $5.
How's the weed going out there, Paul?
We don't have any.
No
it's
weed.
It's 100% legal tobacco here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it doesn't even exist down here, Billy.
I'm sad.
Paul, you still working out? I'm working out how to fit more food in my fucking gullet. So yeah, technically.
Feeding is fundamental.
He's doing curls.
Chin-ups. The word gullet is like my favorite word.
It is a good word. It's one of those words that sounds like what it is, Gullet.
I had never really heard that word before until, within the last few years. Gullet.
Yeah, I feel like it's an ancient word or like a medieval word. I don't know. I could be wrong. Can there be a DP meetup at medieval times where we all dress up like fucking knights and stuff and play?
If you want. Ride on horses.
Have the fucking actors come out and do the jousting in front of us while we drink mead and fucking eat ham hock.
That would be pretty awesome. I'd want to get down there, though. Let's get down there with them. swing swords at him and
You
shit.
think they would let it happen if we like got enough DP people to come out and filled up the arena? Like just let us go fucking buck wild, sign a couple waivers.
If we pulled some clout cards, I think we could get in there and do it.
If anybody's watching right now that has the hookup at Medieval Times, let's make that shit happen.
Yeah, dude.
Ben, would you joust?
No, because I get fucked up.
Dude, I would
I don't know.
joust, dude. I would joust those fucking guys right off their horses, dude.
That would be interesting to see you attempt that. I don't know. I don't think I would.
I would win, dude.
Paul, you and I should joust. We should get some fucking Shetland ponies, the tiny little fucking mini horses, and put them on our backs.
I was thinking the other way, dude. I was thinking the other way. I was thinking we need to get like those giant fucking draft horses that Budweiser uses to fucking. And even
Some
then, we might be in
Clydesdales?
trouble. Yeah.
I'd like a Clydesdale. Damn, that would be crazy. All right, so we're going to wrap up this show. Thanks to all of you for watching. Thanks to both of you for being on. Have a good night, everybody.
everybody.